Greetings everyone, it's IT2 again. Today I'm going to be talking to you about something I was thinking about when I was out hunting. My boss came down with coronavirus, COVID-19, positive. I worked with him all day Friday, sitting there right next to him. And I think he even was like leaning over me and like using the mouse because we were looking at some hunting maps and stuff. I'm like, somehow I didn't get it. I got tested Wednesday. The results came in today, or yesterday. I just checked them today. Negative. The other guy I worked with, well, I don't think he even had to leave. Like, I got quarantined for 2 weeks, but then now that I got the test results, they're going to let me come back to work on Monday. But another guy that worked at a different building that he visited, I guess he got sent home for 2 weeks also. Anyway, I've been doing a lot of hunting because I've been off work. So I'm going to talk about something I was thinking about, but also I got a copyright, or I got a community guidelines strike on YouTube. T2 with a community guidelines strike. What, he's been pulling guns out on kids? Which video could it be? Try to take a guess, guys. Try to take a guess which video YouTube did not want me talking about. That's right, it was Pizzagate. My Pizzagate video got struck. Let's look at it. Community guidelines strike. It's just a warning. It's not an actual strike. If this happens again, your channel will get a community guidelines strike. You won't be able to upload, post, or live stream for 1 week. So I appealed it. The policy was harassment and cyberbullying. Do you remember anything I said in the Conspiracy Corner, Pizzagate, Frazzle Drip, Smart Dust, Panda Eyes video about harassment or cyberbullying? Which is about... let's see. Oh, we may allow content debates related to high-profile officials or leaders because I mentioned Hillary Clinton. Probably that would be an exception. Repeatedly showing pictures of someone and making statements like, "Look at this creature's teeth," or so. Yeah, like harassing somebody, targeting an individual based on their membership in a protected group. I don't think I mentioned any protected groups, did I? Targeting an individual making claims that are involved in human... What? Oh, that's fucking it right there. I didn't even realize this was a thing. Targeting an individual making claims they're involved in human trafficking. So you can't talk about human trafficking if you're like naming somebody that could be involved in human trafficking. Making claims involved in conspiracy theory. I put Conspiracy Corner in the title of the video. I'm saying it is a conspiracy theory. I'm not saying that I believe they're involved with it, or I may believe. I'm saying what the conspiracy is. What the hell? Why is this even in there? How is this cyberbullying? Is there so many people getting accused of human trafficking that it's like bullying somebody to call them human traffickers? Man, that's weird. That's like that word that you can't mention. I forgot what it was. Man, what's that word on YouTube you can't even say? It's like they delete your comments for. Anyway, today I want to talk about, I was out hunting, and let me show you something on the map here. I study a lot of maps when I'm at work and I'm bored. You see this line here that you can tell that this is not natural. This is a straight line. Nature bores straight lines. That's called a power line cut. There's power lines running through these trees. They have to cut away for power lines. And I've seen them a lot out when I'm hunting. And I found one the other day that the ground, I can't get up MS Paint, but it's like it goes up and down and up and down and up and down, like so steep an angle. I was scared to walk downhill. It was so steep. But the power line cut across tons of hills that just go up and down, up and down, up and down, like straight vertical hills, pretty much. I guess it's where the mountain is like buckling and it's pushing the earth up and all these different ridges. So how the fuck did they... I always thought it was like a ground vehicle goes through and cuts all the trees, like a big logging business or a logging company. But like you can't drive up those hills. So how do they cut them all? And just look at this. I'm gonna like zoom out a little bit. This is the way it's going. If you follow the line, there's another one, and there's another one where it continues on this way. And look how far it goes. You back out, it just keeps going. And going across the whole country. The whole country is covered in these power line cuts. Like, what is that even? That's like a weird pattern cut into the fields and the It goes through there. Then it goes... I assume there's a power company at the end of this if you keep following it. Or a power station or substation or something. Keeps going through here. You can just keep following these power lines. This one's in Ohio. I'll just pick like a random place and look for some. But they're all over the United States. I guess they're like that all over the world too, if you have like power lines everywhere. So this is flat ground, it looks like. But where I was at, it was like straight up and down like this. So I'm trying to look up how they're made. Like one of those how it's made videos. And I came across this one, which is a helicopter with a big ass bunch of saws on the end of it. And it's just trimming the limbs off. It's not actually cutting the trees down. What I saw was like the whole trees in a straight line have been removed completely. So this area here where the power lines are, the trees are already been removed. They're just trimming back the limbs. With a helicopter with a crazy fucking saw blade. It's like a giant chainsaw that instantly cuts everything. It doesn't even like have to give it a second to go through the limb. It just cuts it when it touches it. That's crazy. So I was thinking about like how much power the government has. Like if you think about the Army Corps of Engineers and all the crap they do with like dams and bridges and building things with lakes and reservoirs and mountains and forestry service and Department of Fish and Wildlife, like they could do some pretty crazy like terraforming shit. It's scary powerful. Like should they have that much power? I don't know. Kind of makes you feel like there should be like a group effort of humans to decide to do stuff, but then it's like the military. Like if only the people that agreed with military actions participated in the military, then you wouldn't have like this chain of command thing where people just blindly follow orders. And instead of saying like, oh, we're going to attack Syria, then like you'd have as many people that agree that attacking Syria is a good idea. That would be your base of like ground troops that would be available. Not everybody, because they're just following orders. But that'd be a better system than what we have currently. Because the reason we have like people in charge that could just give these orders that people are supposed to blindly follow is because they have secrets from spy networks and intelligence agencies and stuff that only a certain amount of people are supposed to know. So you assume that they're telling you things for a good reason, but you don't really know. Like especially with everything as corrupted as nowadays, that are people really doing things for the right reasons? You don't have the information to make a decision on it. So I don't know. Then I want to get into like property rights, because I was thinking about like I do a lot of trespassing. Let me put this up full screen. Trespassing in quotes. Where trespassing is technically when you're on somebody's private property, they ask you to leave and you refuse to leave. I don't do that because nobody knows I'm there. I try to not get seen. I try not to get it spotted, and I try not to have conversations with the landowners, because if I do, they may ask me to leave. If they never ask me to leave, then I'm never trespassing. Unless they have like a sign that's posted, no trespassing or no hunting and fishing. Except that one time I fished that pond with clear no fishing signs. But I snuck on there. But look, I do some shady shit sometimes. But I actually did something the other day I really want to tell you guys about, because it's really sick and dope, and I've got a lot of photos I can show you from the thing that happened, but I don't know. It's like a legal, well, it's not even a gray area. I committed a small crime, but it's a hilarious story I may eventually tell you guys about. But property rights, to me, when somebody owns land, what that should mean is that it's their land to do whatever they want with it, except keep people out of it, because it's still America. Even though it's your land, you have the right to do things like farm the land, mine the land, drill oil wells on the land, put up fences and keep animals in the land, build structures on the land. You can do all those things. It's your land, but it's still America. And we're all in America, and we should all have the freedom to travel freely about America. So, like private property, I understand, like if you have a residence and you live in a house, the surrounding couple of acres around your house should be your private domain where nobody should like trespass on. Like last night, I pulled a gun on that fucking kid. I agree with that. But like, if you own 80 acres and you want to keep somebody off of 80 acres of America, that's bullshit right there. That's like one of those unjust laws that should be defied. I don't know who made that quote, like an unjust law should be defied or something like that. But yeah, the government has too much power, and YouTube's having too much power, and people with private land have too much power. Look what I just did with this. I don't even know what I did there. I made a square with. I have too much power. Yeah, so I want you guys to think about all this. And how do they make those trees, the power line cuts? I want to see like I tried to look it up to figure out how they do it, and I couldn't find anything. But how do they make a dam? How do you stop a lake and a river from flowing long enough to put a giant dam up or a bridge? How do they dig the pylons to put the bridge in? How do they drain the lake? I've seen them drain lakes around here for a while. Like, how do they do that? Without having a dam first to like turn the switch to make the dam log it up so that the back part dries up. It's all really confusing to me. I don't like him having that much power over me. Yeah, that's what it is. Basically, I don't like the government being this powerful.